ask you, the homegirl want to come on here, not on the show, but be a part of it.
What do
So
you
what
mean
link
not
do
on
I?
the show but be a part of it?
All right, I know I said that wrong too. She wants to be in the audience.
In the audience. Oh,
She want to be
send
able to
her a link to
comment.
the YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, hold on. I'll send it to you real quick. We're live too, by the way. So
Yeah.
this is I'll send you a link and then you can send it to her. But all right, what's going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of the B.R.E.A.K.S Radio. As you can tell, we are dealing with some shit going on around these parts, but nonetheless, on today's episode, we got some things planned for you. First up, we got Mr. Baylor The Great in the building. What's going on, Baylor?
Yay.
We also got the rare wine connoisseur himself, the hip hop historian, if you will, in Marquis. What's going on, brother?
You're gonna get a stern talking to.
That is hilarious, by the way. That was
You won.
funny. Yeah, Baylor definitely won the day on that one. That's a little behind the scenes. But let's get into the topics for the week. First up, Cyhi the Prynce had a little freestyle. He threw a little bit of shots at Joe Budden. Of course, Joe Budden did what he usually does and responded as the media personality that he is. Me personally, this is what I'll say. Usually, I'm all for the sport of hip hop throwing bars at someone, but at this point, Joe Budden has completely shown that he is now retired rapper. He ain't coming back for nothing. So while I do agree with the bars that Cyhi threw his way, just honestly, it's a little bit of a all right, what did you expect to come out of that? That's how I feel about it. Baylor, I'll come to you first on this one. What do you think?
I don't because of who the artist is. I don't really understand it. I remember the last thing I remember Cyhi doing was actually punking academic, right?
Mm-hmm.
We all enjoyed that. But it's like unless I can't say I don't understand it, because I consider him like that's one of those artists that really stick by what he says.
Definitely.
So it's got to be something that was bothering him for him to say something. You know what I mean? So it's still not going to get him in the booth. So it was, but at the same time, you know what? It could be his true feelings, and it could be strategy on getting the spotlight on him a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Because you are saying something against a former rapper that has a huge a media platform. So if Joe brings your name up, it kind of brings some light to you in a way.
And I will say this to your point. I had no idea Cyhi was releasing a new album that was coming out soon before this happened. So
I could have sworn we talked about that though.
Bro, well, the thing is, we did talk at one point that because he was off Good Music, he was supposed to be dropping another album, but that was like, I feel like that was almost a year ago at this point.
Yeah, but it felt like we just talked about it. He's not one of those artists that I wait on, but I do appreciate. He is dope to me.
Oh yeah, No Church on Sundays was amazing.
Yes, it was.
So yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to the album now that I know he's dropping. I did not know it was coming this summer, this soon. Marquis, what do you make of? What do you think?
I think you said it already. I there was no reason to mention Joe Budden's name unless you wanted the buzz and an album was coming out. You just said it. You didn't know he was coming out with an album until now. There was no point. So the best way to do it is on a major platform, doing a freestyle. The most recent conversation we had about Cyhi was the guy who threatened him in his town or whatever. He was like, yo, that was the last time we brought him up. I guess nothing transpired from there. But that's the last conversation. His album came out in 2016, which was dope. Hasn't done anything. Is he back on good music?
Is he? No, I don't.
I thought I saw something mention that he was either back on good music or something is going on. But I'll let you do the research on that really quick if you want to pull that up. But again, I do think that it was mentioned just to throw, like, I mean, if you throw Charlemagne the God name in something, it's just an algorithm gets picked up, and then look, he has an album coming out. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I kind of expect Lupe Fiasco to throw somebody's name in something soon because I know he has an album coming out, and the game Drillmatic is coming out. Finally has a release date, so that's why Eminem is part of the conversation now, because now we know he has an album coming out.
Got you. By the way, did just do a quick search. He's actually on his own label, Ivy State and Sony, so he's not on Good Music.
So he's on Sony then. Okay,
yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, shout out to him.
So he's not on his own label. He's on his own imprint.
There you go. That's the correct terminology. He has his own imprint. I
Mm.
have no idea what just happened to Baylor. But let's go ahead and move into the second topic. I'm sure he's gonna pop back in, and there he goes, just like like
Magic.
clockwork.
He
Like
wanted to move
clockwork.
down there.
So
No,
Onyx says,
I didn't know
go
if y'all
ahead.
could hear me or not.
Oh no. But Onyx said that their new project is the grimiest album of the year. Now, we are reviewing this album as a whole, so we can wait to talk about this all as one topic if you guys want when we review the album, because I have takes on the album, is what I'll say.
I'll I'll comment on. I'll review the album later, but I'll comment on. There's nothing else grimy out
Griselda? We're not
Yeah,
counting them as
Griselda.
grimy?
this year.
Griselda.
I mean, they've dropped solo projects this year.
I'll say my
Grimy?
I'll say my text for when we get to it.
Okay.
Grimier than, I mean, we'll put it this way. Yeah, because I'm gonna say something about the album too, which is gonna lead to a review. You want us to get it out the way?
You want to just go ahead and review the album now? You wanna just
Yeah,
throw
I
it
think
all
we
in?
should
Come
just
on,
do
let's
that
just go ahead
because
and review the album. Yeah, who wants to take that one away first then?
That
Onyx
shit,
versus everybody.
that shit smelled like 93.
it smelled like a snippet of '93. Some of the production was a little jazzier or
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
to be grimy,
It
which
was more
I was
it was more
surprised.
digestible. It was more digestible to me.
It was like
Yeah.
on Diet Onyx.
You
Oh
think it was
wow.
Diet Onyx?
So
I think it's like can you be that grimy as a 50-year-old man?
You
Because I
can't
mean,
you can't say as much.
that's my thing. Is like for where they are in their life, I don't expect old school Onyx. But I will say this: listening to this album's fucking good. First of all,
I
and
like
to
it.
go to Baylor's point, always, what are y'all going to be rapping about? Listen, I thoroughly enjoyed this album. It wasn't a perfect album by any means, but if I'm taking a look at like thinking about Onyx being where they were initially, to being on TV, to having acting roles, to now being 50-year-old men delivering this type of album, this is what I expect. This is what I would expect, honestly,
But
from it at this point.
you know what I can say? I don't when it comes to like the Onyx, and maybe there's other artists and or other groups, but I don't think the standards is the same with them because the content has always been I'm gonna beat you up, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
I'll beat you up. That still applies to today's world. You know what I mean? Now that's not the bulk of their content, but their group was talented enough to cross over to a whole totally different genre. You know what I'm saying? So they can play the hip hop card and the rock card. You know what I'm saying?
That's
They
a good
could
point.
their music can be played. Their music can be played in a back alley somewhere next to a building that has a Wu-Tang mural on it, and it also can be played in the side of a mosh pit. So I fuck with it. I don't know how much of replay value it'll get, but I respect it. It sound good to me.
So one of the choruses I found interesting is, why do we kill people that kill people to show we shouldn't kill people? Niggas, I kill people. Sticky fingers is real evil.
Sticky Fingers has always been he pushes the envelope. It's Sticky Fingers
So
though.
I know. Here's two things. I don't think Onyx got their fair share or credit, and I think the problem is they were held to this slam back the f up. That, you know what I mean. This is what they're compared to, and I think because of that, it seemed like a gimmick. People didn't pay attention to the lyrics, or people didn't pay attention to the content, and that's what killed them. Their second album was actually pretty dope.
Yeah.
All We Got Is Us was amazing, right? But people didn't appreciate that. You saw it almost fit into that Mob Deep, that lane where it kind of fit in CNN, Mob Deep, and everything. I tell you what would have been dope if the people who did MOP's album would have did a production.
But is Onyx more? I think Onyx stayed true to their brand though. They more B-sides than commercial, if I'm not correct, right?
No, MOP is like how you want some hardcore. It was like a lot of almost metal guitarish. What's the joint they did with Busta Rhymes?
Annie up.
Any up, like that type of anthem, that amp up, Onyx would have fit really well with that type of sound. That would have took him. It would have been crossover. It's still been real raw, but it wouldn't have been mainstream. It'd have been almost in an MOP vein, hardcore, still with great production. You see what I'm saying?
But
But I,
This
that any,
but
album,
I
but
think I
that, but
think
that
Onyx
any
always
other
walked that line of mainstream way better than MOP did, though.
no. What I'm saying is Onyx only had mainstream for one album. The rest of it kind of died down. They had 4 albums, and all we got is us. Kind of you sort of decline from there. Shut Them Down was actually a good album, but
is
nobody
it
heard it.
was it going down, or did they find their niche? Did they find a niche? Because, like I
I, th-
said, they catered to the rock crowd too.
I think they peaked too early. Let's just say that. They
Mm.
peaked really fast. Their first album, they peaked really
And they
fast, and
never were
then
able to get
they
back to
never
those
able to get that
heights.
big. Yes,
Okay,
as
that's
far as
fair.
my
That's
review
fair.
of the album, I think it's a good listen, especially because some of the songs are like this. The album is only 19 minutes,
Mm.
realistically. You know what I mean? So you
Which is
can get in and get
crazy,
out.
right?
I mean, you can get in and get out, but
Yeah.
there's nothing really to compare it to.
Daytona.
Grimy, it's still Daytona's still longer than this.
Daytona was only like 22 minutes.
Nah, Daytona was a little bit longer. This is 10 songs, 19 minutes. Some of the songs are like a minute and 17 seconds. And then there's the intro, which is like 45 seconds. It's a good I get through, I can get out. You know what I mean? I'm glad they didn't add any more songs. Let's just put it that way. It was good. You know, I got my taste of Onyx. I miss you guys. You can go away.
That's a perfect way. That is exactly what this album is. It's a I miss you guys. I appreciate seeing. It's like catching up with them at the family reunion, and they've changed, but not like they've changed in a way that's still true to them. Like you see
Hmm.
natural growth and progression.
I think they kept their identity.
Yeah,
If you say Onyx, nigga, I know what that means.
Hmm.
yeah.
I'm moving out the way. I don't want to be at that party when they there, or I don't, or at least I don't want to be in that circle. Like their brand is just as fluent and as strong. Maybe not as popular. Popular and strong to me is different
Yeah.
in this comparison, but it's just as strong as the Locks.
Hmm.
I see where you're going with that. I
That's
see where you're
interesting.
going with that.
That's a very
That's
interesting
I
take.
don't I don't think I don't think they're as popular, but I think they're a part of hip hop history, bro.
Oh, for
Absolutely.
sure, absolutely.
They're fans. But I
Like the
think you
strong
like you
part
said it,
about it.
Yeah.
the white crowd did love them as much too, and they embraced them. So I see that. That's interesting.
If
Yeah.
you bring up Onyx, bro, somebody's getting hit. Nobody's leaving that. Like it has to be a fight, and somebody has to get hit over the head with a bottle. That's what I think about the Onyx.
So here's I got to give credit to Sticky. I don't know if y'all remember. He was in New York Undercover, and he had 2 songs. All I need is my bitch and my gat. The dude is nice. Even his solo album, his little solo album. I think the weakest song on there was the one with Eminem. What if I was white? But the whole album, it was a concept album. It was actually pretty good.
Sticky Fingers was on Marshall Mathers LP, wasn't he? No, not
No,
Marshall
No.
Mathers.
Marshall he was on Eminem was on his album.
Yeah. No, wait. He was on the
Wait,
Eminem track
no,
too, though.
he was on the first Eminem album, right?
I don't remember that.
I believe.
It was either the first Eminem album or Marshall Mathers LP, one or the other.
Hmm.
I'm trying to look
Interesting.
it up. Give me a second. I believe
Go
you're
take your
correct,
time.
though. He was on "Remember Me" on the Marshall Mathers LP.
Remember Me. That wasn't
Yeah.
his hardest verse.
Who? Stickies?
Yes,
That was a hard verse. I don't know if it's his
that
hardest
was
verse.
No,
that
no.
that all right.
Yeah.
That's
Black
my sticky
Vagina
finger.
Finder.
Ooh,
That's my Sticky Fingers verse.
there you go. There
Black
you go.
Vagina Finder was mine.
All right. Let's move on from Onyx. Let's get into the next one. Pharrell announced, I don't know, is this an album? Is this a song? We don't quite know, but he has something coming out with Tyler the Creator and 21 Savage. They even have like this little action figure type picture for it or whatever. It releases on 6/10, so 9 days from today, the day that we were recording this. People are apparently excited about this. I don't know what this song's gonna sound like.
Who do you want to take this first? Bailey, you take this first.
Whoever.
Nah, I go second.
At first, I was excited because I saw it was like this. Wait, Pharrell, Tyler Creator, yay, 21 Savage. Whoa.
But 21
Interesting.
Savage on features usually is amazing though.
But this sounds like it might be a test. We're gonna put it out there. If we get a good buzz, then we'll drop an album. Almost like
On some Silk Sonic type shit.
yes, exactly.
Okay.
I'm glad we're here. I don't know. I don't know. It could be really good or it could be really bad. You get what I'm saying? It's one of those. If it's and Pharrell can put it together, but I wasn't really impressed with Pharrell's latest attempt behind
Okay.
production with
Okay.
Pusha. So I'm gonna listen to it. Like clearly, I'm gonna hear it. I like Tyler.
Baylor.
That shit gonna be hard.
To understand.
No, hey, you know what? 21 Savage grew on me.
Me too.
Hard. Yeah, he's dope. Yeah.
Ah.
Marquis, you stupid, dog. No, 21 Savage is, and the next word I was gonna use was gonna be a terrible one. No, he's dope though. He's
Pride
dope.
Month, bro.
Yeah, no, he's dope. Just don't do that. Don't do that. No, I think this is gonna be. I think this is gonna be a dope album.
I feel if it's an album, I think it could be a solid album. Now, I will say this: for them to release this type of teaser, to me, says that Pharrell has to be confident in at least whatever song they're dropping initially. So that does make me think, okay, this is going to be solid. But we'll see whatever the actual project ends up being. But at least this first one is probably going to be a banger.
21.
Little bitch.
All right. This next thing up, I put on this song here just because we haven't talked about a lot of R&B, and this song has literally been stuck in my head for weeks at this point. Khalid, right? That's how he does it. Because I always my brain goes to Khaled because he does it the same way. Mm-hmm. But it's Khalid Last Call. Did you guys get a chance to check out the track?
What was the track again? Oh no, I didn't.
I like Skyline better.
Skyline is better, absolutely. But this has just been the one that's stuck in my mind, and I just wanted to talk about some R&B. Huh?
Where did you hear it? Like, what made you listen to it? Like, was it on a soundtrack or something?
It was on a playlist that I randomly started playing.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah,
because that's not something I would just press play and I want to hear. It has to be in the background, and it kind of catches you by surprise. Because
exactly,
I wasn't loving this one.
What it sound like?
Something the same. Everything is pretty much the same.
It sounds like it'll be
on a soundtrack
on
a playlist
on an episode for Insecure. When Issa Rae is,
hey, yeah, she usually be coming with some heat on them episodes, though.
Yeah, but this is a Insecure type track that you hear on that episode.
You didn't like it?
No, I loved it. That's why I said it's been stuck in my head for the longest. I love this song.
Marquis, you say you don't like it?
No, it's I can take it or leave it. Right now, it's just if I press play, it's just there in the background. I can see how he said if it's on Insecure, I'll probably pay attention to it more because it fits the scene. You know what I mean? And that's. Yeah. There has to be that scenery music for me.
Okay.
And it's right now the first listen. I was like, yeah, but the next song he released, Skyline, I was like, I like this much better.
Yeah, we'll do Skyline. I put just for the interest. I'll put Skyline on the list next week, and we can kind of talk about it.
Yeah.
Baylor, listen to both of them between now and then, and then we can see which one you like more.
I will. I want to add. I want to add an album for next week too.
Okay, what's that?
Read the Room by Jason Cash.
All right, send in the chat. So as a reminder.
I just put it on the list, so I have it.
Can we add Method Man to that too?
You want to review that Method Man album?
Yeah. I would love to review the KRS-One album, but you know how you guys are.
I'm all for it. I just know if we review a KRS album, it's going to be a 25-minute conversation alone.
I'm pretty good with that one. But go ahead. Any more thoughts on it? Because I got to ask something.
What? Go ahead.
Had a conversation. I was in Texas last week, and we went to this soul food restaurant, and they were playing 80s R&B, and I was telling my brother, I'm like, yo, we'll never hear this again. Like, this music will never, ever hit the surface again. And he was like, you know why? Because it's like almost like a cult following. Like, there's only a certain subgroup of people that will listen to this music, right? Mm-hmm. And back then, R&B was less than 80 BPMs. There's no music out that's slower than 60. It's slower than 80 right now. Everything is pretty much either up tempo, mid, but nothing as slow as the real slow jams of R&B.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. When's the last song that came out that was slow, like a slow ballad? When's the last wedding song ever created?
If you're talking mainstream, it's gonna take me a while. I know there are more slower songs that aren't mainstream, absolutely, that I've listened to over the last year or so. But mainstream, I really can't think of anything.
Mainstream, yeah, you got me on that one. I like that challenge because I like to listen to a lot of R&B crate music, a lot of shit that a lot of people don't listen to. But I'm going to be West Coast biased right now, and I'm going to say the album that we review next week is going to be a top 5 album of this year.
Ooh, okay, all right. Well, hey, those
and I'm going to say, but I'm going to say this though: the year's not finished. I'm just saying, as of right now, That's with Kendrick dropping. That's with Push It dropping, etc. Um, this shit is good. This shit is good. It has a West Coast. It has a true and true West Coast feel to it.
All
So
right.
yeah, we gonna
Okay.
see.
All right. Next up, we got Black People Like Rock too. Marquis, this is your segment.
No doubt. So, real quick, Jada Pinkett apparently hopes that Will Smith and Chris Rock have an opportunity to heal together. We do love Chris Rock. Black people love Rock too. No, real quick, and I'll do this again next week. Just one song. If you had to have a conversation with a black person, give me two songs, in rock music that you would say, "Here's your intro."
Purple Haze by Jimi Hendrix and Iron Man by Black Sabbath.
Okay. B.
I honestly would be the black person you would be introducing the songs to.
That's
Okay.
fair.
Okay.
That's fair.
So I want to say, check this out. I want to say, "Beat It," and here's why. That solo, Eddie
Mhm.
Vedder's solo, that's a nice intro into rock right there, right? Because it's going to catch you in with "Beat It." Right away because it's Michael. But then when that
Mhm.
guitar solo, you might want to hear a little bit more good guitar. And then I have to go "Smells Like Teen Spirit" because I don't know anyone in the world that doesn't like "Smells Like Teen Spirit" that may
But
have
that's
never heard it before.
but that's the thing. Like everybody's heard that song. So are you really introducing? Like, I guess everybody's heard the songs. I did too. So I guess that's fair.
All right, can I say this then? Can y'all help me? And I'm asking seriously. I need y'all to help me because it's like I know the difference in the sound, but I feel like rock has too many subgenres.
It does.
It
You
does.
know,
Yeah.
and so that's what confuses me because I can listen to a Green Day, Red Hot Chili Peppers,
Hmm.
and I'm like, but is there a difference though?
Yes. So the Green Day is almost punk that went mainstream. Red Hot Chili Peppers is a little ska, funk, and then that rock as well. They have those elements. Rock, if you really want to go rock, there's stadium rock, there's prog rock, there's metal and everything like that. But it's all going to fit into that. Anything
I know
slow
that
and
I know that heavy. I can tell you right now, don't send none of that heavy rock shit towards me
That's
because
see
Metallica, Sandman,
that's Black Sabbath.
Enter
Marquis, I got a
Sandman.
question to throw to
Go
you.
for it.
Where does Queens of the Stone Age rank for you?
Okay, so they're in my. The reason I'll say top 50,
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of bands, and and this is what happened to me, Baylor. Um, it went from, well, the Seven Nation Army is also a song that people can probably relate to, but it went from like that Red Hot Chili Peppers, "Give It Away Now," to the "Smells Like Teen Spirit." Then I went to like 9 Inch Nails because of "I Want to F You Like an Animal." Then it kind of led me to like Maryland. Then it kind of opened up so many different, there's a lot of personal relationships involved in my taste in music. You know what I mean? So what made
Mm-hmm.
it? So that's what I said. I know I have over 50 bands that I can name right away, and I would say Queen of the Stone Age because of their catalog. There is really no bad albums, and I remember actually one album I was driving 90 miles to work, Cherry Hill, and that what's the album, the Latin album, the one that's in Latin, I believe it is, that was on heavy rotation. I'll tell you which one it is, but they're in my top 50. When I tell you, oh, and then my Crooked Vultures, them Crooked Vultures,
Mm-hmm.
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's a real musician. I did appreciate the Queens of the Stone Age. I know they're in your top
Especially, I
10,
think
right?
because Queens of the Stone Age dropped an album. Correct me if I'm wrong. It was like 2015, 16, and it was almost just as good as anything they dropped in their
Villains.
heyday. Yeah, and it was just like,
Mm-hmm.
wow. That's when
Era
to me
Era
it was.
Vulgaris. Sorry.
That's when it was like, okay, all right, like you guys still got it.
Like Clockwork. When they came out with that,
Mm-hmm.
um, that eerie, keep your eyes peeled.
Yeah,
And then Villains came out, like You Used to, I think it is, The Way You
yeah.
Used to.
Oh, the way you used to.
Yeah. Yeah, so
That
no, they're definitely in my top 50. But again, you're talking about, I have Tool, I have, like, I have so many bands, but they're definitely one of my top. Like, anytime they drop something, I'll stop things and listen to it. You know what I mean?
fair
That's how
enough.
much I appreciate them.
Fair enough. All right. So we are skipping our TV and film section since Mary Almonte is out today having internet issues. So we're skipping it for the review of specific TV shows. But did have a question on here. And I'm just because I know we all watched a little bit of everything. What are your best TV shows on TV right now? So nothing new that's since stopped. Active TV shows right now. We named 3 each. Who wants to go first?
Wait, TV shows that are on right now? Active?
Current active TV shows right now. Because I mean,
Yeah, you gotta take this one.
if we're talking all time, Breaking Bad is definitely one of the
Oh yeah,
best, if not
that's a
the
whole
best
different
show of all time.
conversation.
But yeah,
Wow, go
name
ahead.
I'll name
Go ahead.
mine first just to make it easy while Baylor thinks. So mine is easily Better Call Saul, Mayans, and then damn, what would I put in that third spot? Probably Snowfall, honestly. Probably Snowfall from a character study standpoint.
I got we own the city, P Valley,
I heard that's really good.
and Stranger Things.
Wow. I'm definitely gonna go Atlanta. I'm gonna go.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, take that back. Snowfall, replace that with Atlanta for sure. I don't even know why, because I guess
you
it
said
just stopped.
replace Snowfall.
with Atlanta. Yes.
What are the other ones you have in there?
Better Call Saul and Mayans.
Is better than Snowfall?
Absolutely. Absolutely. No questions from a writing, a cinematography, a character building set. Yes, they're both better than Snowfall.
I couldn't give you that one.
I never got into the Mayans, but I know it's a spinoff of one of my favorite shows of all time. So,
and it's better than Sons of Anarchy.
It's better.
The last 2 seasons have firmly put that above Sons of Anarchy overall as a show.
Sons of Anarchy. That's my baby right there.
Yeah, I love Sons of Anarchy. But I'm sorry, Marquis, I cut you off.
No. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna say Snowfall, Atlanta, and right now because I can't think of my third one. Most recently, and it's recency bias. I'll say Barry.
Oh, that's Barry's amazing too.
Season 3. What?
Barry is great. Barry's great. Have you seen Mr. In Between at all yet?
Yes.
Bro.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Bailey. Did you name your 3?
Yeah. I said, remember I said we own the city, P Valley, and
that's right.
and Stranger Things.
Yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm. All right. Those are all solid shows. But yeah, Mr. In Between, listen. That show is something else, man.
He was I love him, man. I love that.
Have you seen that, Baylor?
Nah.
Man, listen.
You like it. You'll like this one. It's based in Australia.
Bro. That show is crazy.
It's gangster. That's my dude.
Is crazy.
You love him.
But all right, last segment of the day, Baylor. This is your segment, man.
Oh, you know what? I had some last week. Not was it last week? But we didn't get to do it.
Let's do it now.
Damn, I gotta remember the ones that I had. I didn't have any ready.
Okay.
I didn't have any ready this week. I had them ready last week. I don't have my book on me either.
And my book of rhymes.
You know what? So, give me just a second. I probably have it written down.
Do that while you do that. I gotta bring something up real quick. So I started. There's 2 things I listened to because I pulled up Eminem. He dropped the extended deluxe edition of the
Murder to Be Music by.
No. What's his third album? Marshall Mathers LP? No, Eminem Show.
Oh, okay.
He released an extended version of that. So there's a freestyle, but there's a song up there. If you listen to it, it's real eerie. It's called Stimulate. It's dope. I was when I was in Texas, I was listening to it. And you know what song I really love? Nat. If you listen to Music to Be Murdered by Nat, the way the production evolves and the way he's flowing, Eminem is a musician. Like, Eminem is a true musician. I don't think people understand that about him. He is. If you took away his lyrics and you just listen to his flow delivery and the way he builds in the song, it's almost jazz. It's beautiful. Everything is upbeat. I think that's what kind of kills it. But the dude is a musician, straight up. Okay. Listen to Nat and listen to Stimulate when you get a chance.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Man, yeah, that's coming. Go ahead, Baylor. What you got?
All right. So y'all ready?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So one is a group, and then we got two. Well, we got one that used to be in a group, but basically the last two are solo artists. All right. So the first one is B2K.
Bro, I never listened to B2K for real.
Bump, bump, bump.
Yeah, that's the only thing that came to mind is bump, bump, bump.
And that's what I have written down too.
Okay.
Beyonce.
Ooh, Dangerously
Crazy
in
in
Love.
Love. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Damn.
Well, those are two different songs.
Dangerously in Love. Isn't Dangerously in Love? Wait, there's Crazy in Love and Dangerously? There's two.
Yeah, those are two different songs.
By Beyonce.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Crazy in Love is the one with Jay-Z. Dangerously in Love is the one that's a ballad.
Yeah, Dangerously in Love. Okay. My favorite though, even though that's probably the song that everybody will recognize, or "Flaws and All" is my favorite song she has. Flaws and All. Yeah.
Okay.
Busta Rhymes.
Put your hands where my eyes can see.
Break Your Neck for me.
The video alone, the Wakanda video, man. I mean the Coming to America video.
Yeah.
That killed it for me.
There's no right or wrong answer.
Not
But if I wanted to shake up the table, I'll say Fire It Up.
Okay.
Yeah, Busta. His catalog is sick.
Did you see the theme that I went with? Everything.
So rappers who in a group, and then
what? No, it was all bees.
Killer Bees.
Yeah.
Well, B2K.
What's Busta Rhymes' best verse ever?
Best verse?
Best verse ever.
Everybody's gonna say Scenario. I don't think so.
What was the track on? Check out the way me and my niggas always be ripping shit. The way that I displayed that new flavor. Oh, what was that verse? That one.
That's not Everything Remaining Raw, is it?
No, that was on what you call it album. That was on JD album.
I don't know off the top of my head, but
was that 1472?
That was 1492.
1492.
I remember that. I remember that album. Yeah, 1492.
Busta Rhymes' best verse for me personally is the Flavor in Your Ear remix.
Just like you the bad.
But hey, listen. I can come up with a top 50 Busta verses because that's how dope he is.
Oh, you know what my favorite verse was? It was a song he never released. It was either Missile or was it Missile? I think it was Missile. He never released it. It was I think they were gonna drop an album, this particular album, and it never came out. It was a couple of songs on it. The song was like, "There's a line out here, so throw some water on him" or something like that. Remember that one? With throw some water on it. It's just crazy. The beat was insane, but it was a song called Missile. Killed it. I think it's that one.
Now you know there's in our culture there's a distinct difference between Little Luther and Big Luther, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is there a difference between Skinny Bus, Swole Bus, and Out of Shape Bus?
Well, there's two different skinny buses because there's the skinny bus in the Scenario area, then there's the skinny bus in the solo after he left from Leaders of the New School.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Leaders of the New School, because he was still skinny then, and then there was Buff Bus and Out of Shape Bus.
So which bus y'all going with?
I'm going Leaders of the New School bus personally.
I'm going the one after he was still skinny. That's the one with Dangerous.
Yeah.
The second album, When Disaster Strikes.
Okay.
Here's something I don't know if y'all pay attention to it. When he did his first solo album, if you listen to The Coming, his entire flow is Redman's flow.
Yeah.
And then he changed it up.
We've had that conversation before.
We did? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we've had that.
Yeah, then he changed it up after that, but yeah.
And one day we need to have a Reggie Noble appreciation podcast because listen.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
That's one of my favorite uncles right there.
Come on, man.
Creep, that verse "Creep." You know what? So you do know Redman, my second favorite artist, right? Rapper.
Mhm.
There's Nas, Red, KRS. Those are my three right there. Okay.
It's a solid 3.
That's,
You want to put your 3 against my 3?
listen, see,
Look,
this is how we get
Jada, you can't put
sidetracked.
Jada. You can't put Jada compared to
Why I
Red. I
can't?
don't want
Why?
to do that
Why
because I don't want
can't
to do that. I mean, if you really
I?
want to go there, I can.
Hey, it's
I
all
can.
family.
I can
It's
recite.
it's all family, bro. It's all
No,
family.
You know the problem is though, KRS, Nas, and Red have too many albums.
Who? No. Look, this is just overall. Like this is your top 3 versus my personal top 3, and it's just to see. First of all, what top 3? What do you think my top 3 is?
Jada, Nas, Cube.
Close. Take Nas out. I
It's
know
not.
Haize.
It's not Jay, is it?
Haize got it. Come on, Haize. I thought Haize would have known. No, it's Pac, man.
Oh yeah,
Hmm.
duh. I should have known that shit.
Okay.
Pac, Cube, and Jada. Oh my god, nigga.
That's
You
a
put
that's
them
a
in-
that's a hell of a 3.
That's ridiculous.
I was listening to what's the summer. What's his joint? What's the joint?
What you talking about?
From Death Certificate.
Oh, you talking about damn, now
My
you
Summer
got
or
me
whatever.
forget.
And
Yeah.
Bird in the Hand.
Hey, I was just playing that shit the other day. I was playing it to scare somebody.
Oh, the white people.
Yeah.
My Summer Vacation.
From the
summer-
mountains of Caucasus.
My
My
summer
Summer
vacation.
Vacation, bro.
Hey, but I do got a topic for us in the future. Haize, what's your top 3?
Oh,
M.
come on, man.
MK Dot.
Definitely K Dot. Even though I try my best not to put him in
Look
my
look
top
how
Lil
hey,
Wayne.
hey, hey,
Wayne.
look how hey just
Wayne, right?
look how stressful hip hop conversations is. I said, Haize, what's your top 3? That nigga immediately start wiping it.
Oh,
Like,
Jesus.
come on, man.
Am
No,
I-
it's
Wayne,
actually
right?
not. Who did you think number 3 was?
Wayne.
No, not Wayne.
Cool.
Not Wayne.
After that lasagna. Look at that.
No, it's not that.
Wait. We on number 2. I heard
M, K Dot,
K Dot.
and honestly, probably Reggie Noble.
Okay, all right. So
Yeah.
look, in the future, it doesn't have to be next week, but who would be your backup 3? Don't say
But-
it.
But
I already know. I already
Yeah,
know
but
mine.
look, y'all ready to
I
fire.
already know mine. I know my top. I already know my 10.
I need your backup 3. Your backup 3 got to be strong as your first one.
Yeah, I know they are.
Yeah.
Trust me. I can tell you
Okay.
right now. Can I do it right now?
no, we'll wait till next week.
Look, he ready. He ready.
You know I
Marquis
know
always
mine.
ready
My
for
back-
the conversation like that. That's literally up his alley.
Hey, my backup 3 so cold though. It's cold. Let me write my shit
Keep
down.
in mind, Nas didn't make my top 3, so you already know he's on my backup 3. So my backup 3 is coming with heat right away.
We about
And
to watch.
I know Genius is one of yours. My backup 3 is 2
Hey
of
man,
yours.
listen, don't be trying to predict my damn 3.
I know your list, bro. I pay attention. I know your list. I'm mad at myself for not thinking Tupac because I knew that was yours.
Yeah, I did.
It
I'm
slipped
mad
me.
at myself for not thinking about that too.
I'm sorry,
By the way,
man.
I put a young head. Listen, I have my little lokes that I do the sports
You
podcast.
think so
with.
when you
And
say young?
I mean, he's 19, fresh going into college. Never
Oh.
even heard a full Wu-Tang album. I put him on Liquid Swords. He was like, "This is amazing." I said, "Now go listen to the rest of the Wu-Tang's catalog."
I'm gonna admit 2 things.
Mhm.
3 things actually. I take back what I said about Jada. He's definitely in the top 20. I take back what I said about Andre 3000. He's in the top 15.
Okay.
And Eminem is number 5.
Okay.
So
Where
those
you
things
getting
I
at
have
with
to just.
Oh, I
Then
thought
we
you
had
were
a
getting at
discussion about.
something.
No, we had a discussion about Jada and Andre 3000 because remember when I said
yeah,
my
we had
problem
that,
is
yeah.
verse. I have to be open minded about that when it comes to hip hop, the respect factor, and exactly what he did on verses, what he does individually. I got to put Jada up. He's definitely in that conversation. So I can't diminish what his accomplishment. Same thing with Andre 3000.
But I got so many topics for y'all, man. I got a gang of them.
We'll get into that. But that has been it for this week's episode of the B.R.E.A.K.S Radio. Go ahead and give them y'all social media, Baylor. Go ahead, you know what to do. First of all, y'all make sure y'all go follow Miss Mary Almonte and follow Yum for Mary Almonte, who's out today. But go ahead, Baylor.
Absolutely. Shout out to Mary. At Baylorism on TikTok and Twitter. At Baylor the Great on IG. And that's it. Oh, you know what? I'm on the. I just signed up on the AMP app where I have my little radio show. So I'm gonna have a couple of playlists on the AMP app.
Okay, that's what's
And
up.
that's at Baylorism as well.
Yeah, go check Baylor out over there on the AMP app. I don't even know what that is. I'm gonna have to download it just for Baylor. But go ahead,
Baylor.
Marquis.
Word. I appreciate you, sir. You were the funniest motherfucker alive.
I appreciate that.
On 2 serious notes, another fucking gun shooting.
In Oklahoma.
Yep. And there was one in I don't know if it was in Chicago, but Illinois as well today. So
there's a point being made. You do realize this, right? Okay.
Well, we're shutting down the show. Don't come on. Let's not get on.
I have to say, this Johnny Depp, I'm sorry, man. This is fucked up. No matter how you look at it, what they did, the way they made her look. I'm sorry, man. A defamation that's fucked up.
How's that fucked up? She made herself look that way.
No, but still, like, this didn't even need to be there. He did this on purpose to make sure this was seen in public. You don't have to, come on, white men are always going to go for white men. You know that. No matter how you look at it, no matter what she did, said, or whatever like that, they're always going to make her look like the bad guy in this one. Because they're not going to support her. Regardless of what the relationship was, this should not have been visible to us. But it's fucked up how they painted her out to be. And now he's unscathed. Like, come on, like he did nothing. You know what I'm saying? Again, sorry, women. I mean, I'm learning about being a feminist and everything like that. But still, like we need to chill, bro. And white people at the same time, like y'all got too much privilege to be doing this shit to yourselves. But don't follow me. Please don't follow me.
Follow me at CEO Haize. You can follow us collectively at The B.R.E.A.K.S Radio. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns at BREAKSradio@gmail.com. Lastly, if you want to leave a text and or voicemail.
Comments.
Voicemail 614-547-2039. We are the #1 podcast for the culture. And this week, we out, y'all.
I'm on the other side.
Oh, of the culture?
No, the reverse, the world.
Oh, like, I would hope. Okay, that's fair. I was about to say, if you're on the other side of the culture,
the dark side
we have to have some conversations, brother.
Oh, yeah.